Yes, so yes, I have stopped at that data frame. I'm audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So now let us see little ahead with that. The same procedure we are repeating. So even if someone will come late by 2-3 minutes, won't make much difference, because the other example on the data frame only I'm taking. So like student data frame we have created, the same way employee data we have created, but here what we have done is string as factor equal to false. Just one more point added over here, like say how we have created, like yeah, in object we can give either one word, or we can give one dot also in between two words. Okay, so both way it is allowed. So either you can write emp data or you can write emp dot data. That way we can store the object. Both way it is okay. Now data dot frame, this is a function. Frame, then open bracket, close bracket. It is closing over here. This is open bracket, this is close bracket. And in between, we have taken number of columns, what we want to take. So for example, 5 employees are there, and the employee numbers are in serial in integer format only. So say it is 1 to 5. So we can specify like this also. Okay, we can use sequence also, otherwise C 1:5. So it will take 1 to 5. So employee ID equal to this vector 1 to 5, comma, then employee name equal to say column this combined function, in that say 5 employee, because 5 employee ID we have given. So we will provide 5 names, then salary for all this 5, and then joining date. When we give joining date, then this C function should be surrounded with another function, that is date, and it's with as dot date. Okay, so as dot date into bracket, then the function. So then it will take it as a date specifically. Okay, so that is uh, say various 5 dates we have given, but when you give the date, we will have to be careful. Like it is in the format of YYYY dash uh, dash dash DD. So in that format, we can give the date. So all 5 dates of joining of all these 5 employees. And we are telling over here string as factor is false. Okay, that is like a string we are not considering as a factor. So यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि distinct identify करो. Okay, because there can be 2 person with the same name. Okay, so both should be there. Okay, so string as factor. So we are not factorizing the string over here. So that's why string as factor is equal to false. This is the added one in this data frame. Okay, so when we'll run it, the content will be stored in emp.data, and then we can check the outcome with print. So print emp data will show the details like emp id 1 to 5, employee name, salary, joining date. So I hope now others have also joined. Thank you so much, Disa ma'am and Nagaraju. Thank you so much. So please execute this. So this is about the data frame. So if you have some data and you want to work with the data in a tabular manner, then we can do it this way. So now before starting this, how to use the data, existing data in Excel file or CSV sheet, so that we'll see. But before that, Yes, it should be in this format. If you want to change the format, then some more code you will have to write. So that is possible to convert into another format, but then you will have to write the appropriate code for that. That is it. So now see this. Okay, so now we are now considering the other category of programming, which generally the beginners uh, don't use this much, but I'll take very simple example so that you can understand it. Okay, so here we are like sometimes we need to take decision, like if values are less than particular, then you treat that as differently, like give some percentage of increment. If a value of salaries is say higher, then you give the different percentage of increment. So that time we require to take the decision. So for that we can use if. Okay, so for example, say we have something in words, like two values are there. Three values are there. What is truth? These three words are there. What is truth? Right? And we want to find out that whether word truth belongs to this particular X vector or not. Okay, so what can we do is first we assign the number of values what we want to verify, and then we give the statement, okay, to check whether this particular word is present in this vector or not. Okay, so for that we will have to use this symbol. Okay, so whether it is part of this string or not. So for that percentage in percentage, that symbol will have to use. And which word we want to check? So this word we want to check whether it is there in this particular or not. Okay, and say this is the vector. Okay, this is the vector. Then okay, so if this word is present, then you simply display the message with print statement, print function, that truth is found, else truth is not found. So actually the data is case sensitive. Okay, string is case sensitive. So there is a difference between T capital and T small. Okay. So ideally we think that yes, truth word is there in this. Okay, but actually here T is capital. So it is not found. Okay, I have, I think, given the previous data in the chat box. Let me copy it again. I think it's not taking from directly from the console from this. Okay, so I'll open that in Notepad and we'll give it to you. Yeah, just copied it and just pasting it. Yeah. Fine. So same way, say x to x, I'm assigning the value 10. Okay. So now if x greater than or equal to 0, then is a non-negative number, else it is negative number. Is easier one. Now here I am taking three different conditions like x equal to 5. So if it is less than 0, then it's negative number, greater than 0, then it's positive number, else neither negative nor positive, so it is 0. So this way we can apply else if as many times as we want as per our program logic. Yes. Okay. So tell me once it is done. Now, till now, whatever functions we have used, no, like C function, sequence function, print function. So, all these functions were already there in the default library, okay, default package. So we were not required to import any library as such. Like जैसे अपने physical library. So if we have some book with us, so we will not go to the library and fetch it, right? We will open, we'll take it and we'll open and read because it is with us. Okay, so likewise, C, sequence and all these functions were available with us. Okay, but abhi jaise, now some new book which we don't have and we want to read, then we will have to go to library to fetch it. So same way, some functions now what we are going to use, they are not available by default. So we will have to get it from somewhere. तो वो लेने के लिए that functions we want to run it properly. So for that we need to install the package. So we'll have to use this function install.packages. Okay, with this it will be installed. It will be installed. जैसे हमने RStudio install किया. Okay, but then to put it in the console in our use, we'll have to make use of the library function. So wherever you use install.packages, at the same time you will have to use library also. But install.packages that should be written in the double quotes. Okay, whereas library should be written without double quotes. That is the difference. But both should be used simultaneously. तो ये muted function है ना, उसके लिए हमको ये muted function is not directly available. Okay, it's not available by default. So we will have to install the package for that. And what is the use of muted? Okay, so if we want to use if else together, if else is a function, I mean that we want to use together, like if score is greater than 50, greater than or equal to 50, then you say as pass, otherwise you assign this as fail, say 50% passing. So if score is greater than or equal to 50, then pass, else fail. Okay, so that is what we want to store. So we can write it this way also without using muted and if else. We can write this way also. If score greater than or equal to 50, then print pass, close bracket, else print fail. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't get, I just checked what is this function for. Okay, this muted, I think you're talking about, right? So this muted actually we use like if we don't want to use many lines, like if else, ये पूरा इतना नहीं लिखना है कि if x greater than equal to 0, then print this, else print this. If we don't want to write this much, then what you can do is we just use it in one line. Okay, and what we are using is यहाँ पे हम student data frame use कर रहे हैं. Vector is student data frame. In that it will check. Okay, in that it will check and result equal to, now what is result? Then result we can print. So result equal to what? So a result can be either pass or fail depending on what? This if else, the condition. that if score is greater than or equal to 50, then pass, else it is fail. Okay, so we can write over here result equal to, and then we print the to open the data file also. So here with muted in one sentence we can do it. So we can run it this way. So first and foremost install जहाँ पे आता है ना वो सिंगल स्टेटमेंट ही हमेशा एग्जीक्यूट करने का, क्योंकि उसको टाइम लगता है. Okay, so better to execute this install separately. Okay, so whenever it is executing, this red spot will be displayed over here. So once that installation of this package will be over, then this will disappear. So this red is going on, that means it is working. Right, so by the time I'll type it over here. Yeah, I'll copy and type this over here. So it will give this number of warnings or some messages. So just ignore that. As long as warning is there, we can ignore. If it is error, then we will have to be careful. Okay, so this is done. See, it has written me the prompt back. This is called prompt. ये greater than sign आया मतलब वो command देने के लिए prompt आ गया. ठीक है? So this is executed. So now we can execute this library and mutate. Okay, so now see, here one more column is added to this vector student df, isn't it? And now against each one that pass fail is written. Clearness. So this way we have added one more column and we got a remark of all this scores. If you have more than one score, like here say course, okay, instead of that say here it is written name, that is name of the student, okay, and here say English, maths, chemistry, physics, then we can check all that individually, like each score. Here we can give score greater than or equal to 50. Okay, so instead of score, it can be E score, M score, C score, and P score for English, maths, chemistry, and physics. So we can give like E score greater than or equal to 50 and one single and symbol, that ampersand symbol. Okay, and this symbol we can write one time. And like M score is greater than or equal to 50 and C score is greater than or equal to 50 and P score is greater than or equal to 50, then pass. So that means if a student is pass in all four, then only you declare as pass. So that way also we can give. So this is just the basic idea I am giving. So later on you can always enhance it. Okay. Now say repeat it. Some word what we do, we want to repeat it again and again. Okay, so for that we will have to use for loop. See, if I want that I want to repeat, if I know that I want to repeat from 1 to 10, okay, so then this particular statement will be repeated 10 times. Okay, so what I'm doing over here is I is a object in 1 to 10. So that means this I will take different value from 1 to 10, and here I have not given any step like colon करके मैंने 2 या ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखा है. Okay, so by default it will consider 1 only. So it will consider 1, then next time it will consider 2. Yeah. So that can be the problem. Like here, I just thought I'll explain it and then I forgot. See here, package either you write over here like just allow me to go back to packages for this mutate. So here I have written install.packages, but I don't want to write it and I want to execute it automatically, then that is also possible. So you just click over here in this window. Can you see this window? In this file, plots, packages are written. So just click on packages and then below that you will get install and update. Okay, so you just click on install, right? And then you can give over here cran. Okay, so in install, I mean, what you can do is right now here. Okay, so what we are doing is click on install. It is like not this one, but you select cran. Okay, and then which package you want. So you just write dp. So once you write, it will automatically come that what all packages are starting with dp. So we want dp, this one, dplyr. Okay, so just select that and click on install. So because I have already installed, it will ask me that you want to restart with this installation. So I definitely don't want, so I'll click no. But when you are doing for the first time, then it will be installed directly. Okay, here it is showing me the message, it is not installed. I hope it is clear. I thought of sharing this and then in the next concept, I forgot to. Okay. Yeah. And we'll see one more also, that without cran, how to do it. That also we'll see in a while. Okay. So this is install dplyr. Right, so this package we are installing and we are applying mutate so that one more values will be found depending on this condition and the column will be added. So that is clear, I think now. Now let us go ahead. So if I want to print, say, multiplication table of 7. Okay, so it is 7 into 1 equal to 7, 7 into 2 equal to 14, likewise. Okay, so what I want to print is 7 as it is. Okay, then the string, this I want to print as it is. Okay, so more than one value if we want to print, then we should use paste along with print. Okay, so 7, then I want to print this multiplication as it is. Then I'll run it first, then only I can explain it better. So let me just run it first and put it in the chat box also. Okay, it is giving me the previous one. Just a second, I'm getting one phone call which I'll have to pick up. Just give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute. I'm so sorry for that. So yeah, so for I in 1 to 10, so I hope you got this output, right? So what we want to do is we want to print 7 as it is, right? Then we want to print star as it is everywhere. This is fixed one. Okay, so we write it separated. So we want to print 7, then we want to print star. Then here we don't want to print the usual in all the lines. Here we want to change the values. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are using this variable. Okay, or object. Okay, I is the variable, you can say object. Okay, so this is the numeric object. So here I will change. So what value of I it will take? So first time it will, this will keep on moving. How many times it will keep on executing? So 10 times, right? So first time it will take value 1, then it will be incremented by 1. So 2, then 3, then 4, up to 10. Okay, so this statement will be 10 times. तो एक बार एग्जीक्यूट हो गए, फिर से चेक करेगा कि 10 बार हो गया कि नहीं हुआ. If it is not yet completed, then again come and perform the second time. Then it will perform the third time. Likewise up to 10 times. And then after I, we want to print equal to as it is to all. Then we want to print what? We want to print the answer, actual answer. That is 7 into 1, 7 and 7 into 2, 7 into 3. So here, this is the expression, what we have seen in the beginning. Okay, multiply two numbers. So that we can check it this way, right? So it is 7 into I. So first time it is 1, then 2, whatever value of I will be taking over here, the same value will be taking over here also, and it will be displaying like this. I hope this is clear to you. For loop, is it clear? Okay, thank you. So likewise, like anything we want to repeat, not just the numbers, but any statement or any procedure we want to repeat, we can put it within this. So same way, if characters are there, the letters are there, then how to do it? So we have, okay, it's incomplete. Yeah. So here we have taken letters. Yeah, but then what is there in letters that I have not defined? So that's why it's not taking, it is empty. So I can take it like this, like letters is equal to, okay, or that less than and this, okay, and then I can take A, B, C, D. Okay, and now vector is later 1 to 4. Let me just verify that 1 minute. Okay, so print I. Okay, I in B. Just 1 minute. Let me just verify that. Yeah. So letters, yeah, it should actually give me this A, B, C, D. Like, just a second, let me just verify why it is not showing me. Is this one is if we want any specific letter, but if we want it in sequence, then we can write it like this. V is letters 1 to 4, and then for I in this V. So it should print. Yes. Let me just verify the variable. Might be it is not closing. Yeah, we'll check that later on. Doesn't matter. We'll check it later on. We'll let you know. So likewise, you can always like if this doesn't turn up, then you can convert this into C, and then you can write like as I've written earlier, A, B. I'm just taking two now, not typing too much. And here for like say here, I can take this as let me verify it now. It is it is expecting something. That's why this plus is written over here. So bracket matters over here. Maybe this one is done. Okay, I'll verify it later. Right now, let us go ahead because many more things I want to complete. So this one, like say here we have declared three words rather than later. In for loop, we can some we changes in start and end bracket. Actually, yes, there is many things that actually should be considered. Bracket matters a lot over here. Like say for example, for this, uh, this one for this one, if it is say if, right, here it was working well, right, if then else, if and else, if I run, so it works well. uh, it gives me the answer because x I have not assigned, so that's why. Okay, so I'll take x and I'll assign it. Okay, so yes, it is incomplete. Here also it's showing. Print this. It was working. No, it was working before. Just let me verify it. Yeah, something wrong has happened, so it's not working. So let me start it again. Never mind. So file, because the code is correct, so it should work. And it was working before also. So this is if, and this is non-negative. This we have checked. I think at your end it must be working. Is it working with you? Else I'll have to like close this and start it again. But then I'll have to share the screen also again. Anyways, let me just check this in another screen rather. File, new file, R script, and just check this. It is showing me incomplete, whereas it is not actually. Okay, because previous one is going on incomplete. That's why everything it is taking incomplete. So I'll have to close it and start it. So really sorry for that. Just give me a minute. I'll do it very fast. Yeah, just 1 second. I'll start it again and come back to you. Yes, it is working now. Okay, so just let me share the screen again. Something, I don't know, by mistake clicked or what happened. Yes. So now it started working. See here, while loop, simply while loop I have executed, so it's happening. But then, okay, let me just come back to that particular point where we have left. Because nothing was working out, so that's why I stopped. Because maybe some character I might have typed by mistake and it's getting irritated. Okay, no problem. So here, see. Okay, so for loop, this for loop, yes. Let me start with this for loop. So it's working, and then this one. Yes, so it is working. See, A and B, right? So code is correct, but then maybe I don't know that what something by mistake I clicked or something has happened. Okay, and then now this. Say for example, same way for loop when we use that when we know that 10 times or 5 times we want to execute again and again. But if we want to execute like we don't know how many times till certain condition, okay, then we can use while loop also. So initialize some value, say 2, then keep on incrementing in the loop, say by 1. So then 3, 4, 5, and each time it will execute, it will check whether it is less than 7, then yes, it will execute. The moment it will become equal to 7 or greater 7, then it will come out from the loop. So here, 5 times it will be executed, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So total 5 times this loop will be executed, right? So this is about the session 1 I was to complete. Now let us go to the next session, that is session 2. Okay, what now I will be using various files and various graphs, bar chart and line and all this stuff. Okay, so that will be useful to you. Now one I have created that I will share with you first quickly. Okay, so from this I think from the chat box I can share the file also. I require to share the file actually. Shall I share all this file to you on the over there in the WhatsApp? Can you take, because I want to share 4 to 5 files right now. Work with many files. अगर टाइम मिलता है और सारे algorithms करते हैं तो I don't know here how to. Okay, from OneDrive, I think I can share it in the chat box also. Let me try. And well, let me try with the. No, I don't think so. It's possible. Okay, I'm sharing this in the chat in the WhatsApp. So please take it from there. So some files I'm sharing. Okay, just right now at least take this file, which is required for many commands. sharing this. That's me, ma'am. Did you get this? Hello. I have given the WhatsApp to you. That's me, ma'am. Did you receive it? Or else I can send the file. That is also possible. Participant should be there, I think, in check box. Hello, did you get the Excel file? Shall I mail it to Lizzie, ma'am? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, thank you. Did you get the file? Okay, okay. Please share it with everyone. Okay, okay. I didn't see this. Okay, fine. Yeah. Fine. So now you have got the file, right? So now we'll work with that. So how to fetch that file? Actually, you need to store it somewhere. So if you are storing it in D drive, okay, then don't write all this, okay? Because what I have done is in my laptop on in D drive, I have created one folder 2021. In that folder, I have created R programming, okay, and in that I have stored this file. So I have given this entire path. So whenever you give the path, no, in between the folder name, you will have to give two backslash, either one front slash or two backslash. So because I have stored in subfolder, so that's why I have given the path like this. Okay, and after the drive name, C drive, D drive, after that you will have to have colon over here. Okay, so then what is the function for that? So read.csv function is there to read the CSV file. Now what is the CSV file? CSV is nothing but the comma separated value. Okay, तो अगर हमारे पास Excel data है, so it takes a lot of time to process. So what do? Is we open the Excel sheet and then file, save as, and then CSV, comma separated. So then we will get Excel in the CSV format. I hope it is clear. Did you understand like what I am trying to tell? Like you can convert your Excel file into CSV file. Yes, meaning the save the Excel file in CSV. Yes, exactly. This will be processed faster. So if you see any software, no, so they ask the Excel file in CSV format only. So the processing will be faster. So for small file, it doesn't matter much, but for lengthier file, it matters. So what you'll have to do, open the Excel file, any Excel file, whatever you want to take in your consideration. Then open that file and click on file and save as. And now in save as, you select the file type as comma separated .csv, MS-DOS. Okay, so that way if you will store the file, then it will be in CSV format and not that XLSC format, not in Excel format, but it will be in CSV format. CSV file also you can create in other way. Like say for example, all this data I have, that data frame का data जो मैंने create किया था, okay, that I don't have anymore now because I have restarted. Okay, so जो employee का data मैंने create किया था ना, so that I can put up in the notepad, right? और notepad में भी notepad editor से भी आप file save as .csv कर सकते हो. So either text file also can be converted into CSV file or Excel file also can be converted into CSV file. So CSV is very fast and very common in a number of softwares. So that's why I have chosen today to explain you with the CSV. Okay, so this way you store in the data object. So all the data we have collected in the data object. Where we have collected it from? So from this input.csv file. यहाँ पे आपको ड्राइव आपको लिखना है, तो जिसमें आप रन कर रहे हो, ओके, ये फाइल जहाँ पे स्टोर किया है, अगर मैंने सिर्फ डी ड्राइव में स्टोर किया है रूट पे, ओके, नॉट इन एनी सब फोल्डर बट डायरेक्टली इन डी ड्राइव, तो मुझे सिर्फ इतना ही लिखना है. ठीक है, d:/input.csv. अगर मैंने सब फोल्डर में लिखा है तो उसके अंदर कौन सा फोल्डर है, उसके अंदर कौन सा फोल्डर है, तो वो सारे फोल्डर का नाम मुझे देना है with the separation of backslashes 2 times. Okay, then print the data. Okay, तो ये सारे डेटा में स्टोर हो जाएगा और उसको फिर हम प्रिंट करेंगे. So it is like this. So I have taken few data only for our purpose. Okay, so I have taken name, salary, start date and department. Okay, so more or less that same one which we have taken with the frame, data frame से जो create किया था वही data मैंने अभी Excel में लिया, that is CSV format. If done up to this, then let me know, then only we can go ahead. Please tell me. If you are fetching any error, getting any error, then let me know. Okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am. So I hope you are getting this. Instead of using data frame, yes. अगर आपके पास एक्सेल में है या तो टेक्स्ट फाइल ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड है तो आपको डेटा डॉट फ्रेम क्रिएट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. Okay, directly you can make use of the file. Right? So now say I want to find the maximum salary. Okay, then and store it in one variable. Okay, जो यहाँ पे टेबल में है ना डेटा फाइल में, उसमें सैलरी है तो उसको छोड़ के कोई अलग नाम लेंगे, तो आई हैव टेकन SAL. ओके, तो फाइंड आउट द मैक्सिमम फ्रॉम वेयर. So if I type now, you will come to know rather than this printed one. Okay, so maximum is a function which gives me the maximum value. लेकिन maximum of what? तो मुझे which column I want to use. So need not to type. Okay, so I just can get this and press enter over here. salary. So dollar in between, that is the column. Okay, so this is the content, the tabular content of my data file. Okay, उसमें से मुझे कौन सा column चाहिए? So for that column, I'll have to make use of the dollar symbol. Okay, so it will find the maximum out of all. So here are all these values like 26,000, 21, 36, 27, 28, 57. 26 and 27. Okay, so it should give me that 57 one, isn't it? So now I'll run it. So it is giving me 57, right? Okay, I forgot this, some statement, so that also I'll explain. But before that, let me put it over here. Okay, so print is dot data dot frame. So ये जो हमारा है डेटा, तो वो डेटा फ्रेम के हिसाब से प्रॉपर है कि नहीं. पहले एक्चुअली इट इज गुड हैबिट टू चेक. ओके, इफ इट इज गिविंग ट्रू मींस करेक्ट टेबुलर फॉर्म डेटा इज देयर. सो नाउ वी कैन वर्क फर्दर. तो उसके लिए हमको डेटा फ्रेम, इसके लिए हमको पहले पता चलना चाहिए कि डेटा फ्रेम कैसे क्रिएट करते हैं, डेटा फ्रेम क्या है. तो इसलिए मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया. नाउ अभी जो CSV फाइल है उसको हम डेटा फ्रेम में कन्वर्ट करते हैं विथ read.csv. we read and convert into data frame. Okay, and then we are checking whether it is actually converted properly in the data frame. So yes, then we can go ahead. फिर हमको फाइंड आउट करना है. अभी तो कैसा कि हमारे पास 8-10 वैल्यू है, लेकिन GitHub, Kaggle, वहां से आप डेटा डाउनलोड करोगे तो you will get in lakhs, 10,000 and 20,000 and lakhs of data. Okay, so पता नहीं चलता कि कितने रोज है. तो then we can check it like this: number of rows and number of columns. Okay, so it will give us like say 8 rows and 5 columns. Okay, now I want to find the maximum of salary. Then I can make use of the maximum. Same way you can make use of the minimum command, min. Okay, to find minimum. अभी मुझे क्या चाहिए? What I want is जिसका भी salary maximum है तो उसका पूरा डेटा चाहिए, like name and salary and joining date and the department and all this, right? So for that, what I'll have to do, so I'll have to apply this tool. Okay, it is this one. Okay, तो कैसे आया ये? तो मुझे क्या चाहिए? पूरा मुझे डेटा फ्रेम नहीं चाहिए. I just want subset. Okay, subset of what? From data. And what subset I want? तो मुझे what I want is maximum of salary, and that should be stored in the salary. That is from the salary. Where shall I take it? So take it from the salary. Okay, so I compare. So salary equal to max salary. So पहले तो max salary will be found. So that is 57,800. So now each and every salary it will check. Okay, whether 26 is equal to 57,800, whether 36 is equivalent to 57,800. No. So the moment when it becomes equal, so that data I want as a subset, and that I will store in retrieve value, and then I will print it. So it will be printed. Is this fine? Yeah. Why 2 equal to sign? Because if I write just 1 equal to sign, that means what? It is like this value I am assigning to this object. Okay. Here I am not assigning, I am comparing. So for comparison, I will have to have double equal. अगर maximum value मुझे salary में assign करना है, ओके, तो मैं इक्वल टू यूज करूंगी. लेकिन मैं असाइन नहीं कर रही हूँ. मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? हर एक वैल्यू जो सैलरी में है वो लेके मैं चेक कर रही हूँ, है ना, कंपेयर कर रही हूँ. सो वेदर 26,230 is equivalent to maximum. So maximum is 57, right? So is equal to 57. So no, so it won't take. So equality condition will be false. Then 21,500 is matching with 5700. No. So ये सैलरी पे जितने भी रिकॉर्ड्स है वो सारे मैच होंगे। यहाँ पे जस्ट एक है, लेकिन एक से ज्यादा भी होंगे तो वो सारे मैच होंगे और वो फिर सबसेट में आएगा। क्लियर दिस? ओके, थैंक यू। फाइन। सो नाउ अभी मुझे क्या चाहिए कि जो आईटी डिपार्टमेंट में है वो सारे डेटा मुझे चाहिए, है ना। तो मैं रिट्रीव वैल्यू करूंगी सबसेट फ्रॉम डेटा वेयर डिपार्टमेंट इज इक्वल टू आईटी, अगेन टू इक्वल टू, बिकॉज आई एम कंपेयरिंग, सो इट शुड बी इक्वल टू। if it is IT then you take it, otherwise you don't take it. So मैं कंपेयर कर, ये आईटी तो है, आईटी में है तो वो आएगा। ऑपरेशंस इज नॉट इक्वल टू आईटी, it is not equal to IT, so it won't come. Okay, this one will come, sorry, this one will come, this one will not come, this one will not come. So likewise, so whichever is IT, that only I want, all that I want. Okay, so I'll run it, so only IT related I will get. Okay, so जैसे finance के दो है ना, IT के तीन है. Now instead of IT, if I'll write finance over here, so I'll get two values only, two records, because these two are from finance. Clear this? I'm not written this code here. Fine. Now see, in IT, I have two employees, no, one employee whose salary is less than 30,000. Okay, and two employees whose salary is more than 30,000. तो मुझे more than 30,000 वाले ही employee जो कि IT में है, the employee which is there in IT department having the salary more than 30,000, वो मुझे निकालना है. तो how will I get it? The same way, but instead just one is, I will like two conditions over here, right? Is it? Oh, I forgot to give you this session 2 content. You want the entire content of session 2? Shall I give it on WhatsApp, like how I given on for session 1?
Will do, ma'am. I'll give them on Telegram group. I'll transfer it.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so let me continue then quickly. Fine. Then get the people who join after certain date. Okay, that you want to find out. Then yeah, so okay, so retrieve value equal to subset of data as date, that start date is greater than this particular date. So 2014, 1st January 2014 के बाद जिसने ज्वाइन किया, ओके, दिस डेट इज ग्रेटर देन दिस, so उसके बाद आफ्टर दैट whoever has joined, so that we can consider. Clear this? So might be 14 जनवरी के बाद किसने ज्वाइन किया, तो आना चाहिए जून, after, on or after 2014. 0 rows it's showing. After say 2010, let me just check. Was working before. Date is in two different format. Start date. Okay, let me check. Yes, over here in the file, Excel file, let me open and find it out. Yes, it is in slash format. and it is like I think DDMMYY. No, it is MMDDYY. Okay, so that is the reason it's not showing. And it is like this. Let me just. Yes, it's showing now. Thanks for that observation. Yeah. So, okay, so this is clear. Now, okay, now what we are doing is, ये जो data है ना, this data, if you want to store it somewhere in another file, then how to do it? So instead of read.csv, we will use write.csv, and what will be stored in that? So new data, we are reading. Okay, right. Okay, so new data we are reading and we are printing, and then we are just checking that what is our current directory. Okay, and we are setting the directory. तो अभी हम फाइल क्रिएट करेंगे ना, तो उसमें जाएगा, नहीं तो फिर वो डॉक्यूमेंट में जाएगा बाय डिफॉल्ट. तो सेट करने से कोई एक पर्टिकुलर फोल्डर में हमको फाइल सेंड करना है, तो उसमें जाएगा. ओके, सो write.csv. सो ये जो रिट्रीव वैल्यू है वो हम राइट करते हैं एक फाइल में. सो दिस इज न्यू फाइल output.csv. in that we write, and then we read also from there, and we can print it also. Here we can write the print statement also, like print new data. Okay, I'm just giving you this code. So what we are doing over here is we are reading the file. Okay, we are displaying the content, checking the folder, and then whatever folder we want, we are setting in that. Let me run and show it to you. Okay, first this is what I'm telling, that write.csv, whatever this retrieve value is there will go to the output. So by default it will go to some folder, है ना. तो मैं चेक करूंगी मेरे फोल्डर में, मुझे शायद नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि वो कहाँ पे भी गया है. अब कहाँ गया है वो मुझे मालूम नहीं है. ओके, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, गेट वर्किंग डायरेक्टरी, गेट wd मीन्स वर्किंग डायरेक्टरी. तो वो रन करने से मुझे पता चलेगा वर्किंग डायरेक्टरी कौन सा है, डॉक्यूमेंट्स, यूजर डॉक्यूमेंट्स, जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स है वहां पे. तो मेरा डेटा अभी फिलहाल, इफ आई चेक, because I have not set the entire screen, so you can just check that. Okay, तो by default ये write csv फाइल क्रिएट करेगा, write csv, this file will be created, and whatever this return value is there, lastly हमने वो डेटा वाला, डेट वाला वैल्यू रिटर्न किया था रिटर्न वैल्यू में. Okay, so that value will be stored, only the two records, that only one record here. Okay, so that record will be stored in output.csv. पर वो फाइल अगर आप फोल्डर में चेक करोगे, so you may not be able to find it in the current working directory. So where it is gone, so check it with print get w. Okay, so you will get कि वो कहाँ पे गया, तो probably it is in documents folder, right? Now you want that to be stored in your proper folder where you want to store it. So set wd. तो यहाँ पे आप फोल्डर का नाम दे दो कि कौन से फोल्डर में स्टोर करना है. Okay, the moment you will run, it will be considering now this one. Okay, and then you create the file once again the same way. Okay, so now it will be stored in the folder which you have given. I hope this is clear to you. Is it done? Because file handling we should know. That's why I have taken this. अभी हम graph draw करेंगे ना, तो वो graph will be, you can display it over here also, as well as you can store it in a file also. So you can carry that file. You can mail this file to other person. So always it is better to know how to create a file and how to store into that. Tell me once it is done. Showing error. On which line, ma'am? You can take otherwise screenshot and you can WhatsApp me. Excel C2R and program data steps for child development basic. I'm checking some other message. Okay. Showing error. Okay. Now, okay, fine. So get it right. Okay. So now we will proceed ahead with the chart. Okay. So we'll draw pie chart. So before this, let me just share the syntax of it, like how to draw it. Okay, so pi is the function we'll be using, or first parameter is just the vector. Okay, जिसके लिए हमको pie chart create करना है. Okay, say for example percentage. So like CTN percentage. So this city has this much percentage of some value. So this we want to do it. So that is a vector. Then labels, we provide the label, and radius, like how big the pie chart we want. Okay, so in pixel, how many pixel we want as a radius of pie chart. Main, that is we provide the title on the pie chart, which color you want. Okay, and whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. So this is what are the parameters of it. So now how to draw it? For example, say I have one vector, say x. Okay, and that this vector I have created with C function. Okay, and then for this, like London, that is 21. Okay, New York 62. Any value. Okay, any unit. Singapore say 10 and Mumbai say 53. Okay, so these are the values, and I want to pie chart. So I want to draw the pie chart. So simple way is what? That I'll just use the vector, like here I'll use the pi function. Okay, and I will use x, and I will use x, and then the parameter, other parameter. So that is, what is that? Labels. Okay, so I simply write, say, these labels. Okay, London, New York, and all. So labels only. Yes, labels is labels only. Okay, not as a function, just this labels, which I have declared over here. Okay, this one. And if I run this, so I will get a simple pie chart. Okay, if I run it, then see, here you can get it. So that is what? New York, London, Mumbai, Singapore, right? So New York is having say maximum contribution of New York, right? So it's giving this much. Then the second one is Mumbai, so it is this much. Okay, London, and the Singapore, the lowest one. So this way. But if I want to show the percentage, like how much percentage over here, Okay, so then instead of drawing this simple one, okay, then I'll not use this simple one, but then I will create the percent. The percentage, how will I create the percentage? So that is like 100, because percentage, so it is 100 into, just 1 second, it is up to 130, 115, 130. Yeah. Wait for some time. Yeah. So it is 100 into, sorry for the disturbance, 100 into like x. So x is my 21. Okay, so divided by sum of x. So like presently it is 21, and all when I add, so I will get how much percentage for one. Okay, so that way, and round, and this is what the value, and round it up to 1. So it should not be like 0.00009 or something like that. So only 0.01, some 0.1. Okay, so like 25.1 or 61.5. So only one digit after decimal point. So that's why I have rounded it up to 1. So I have found the pi percentage, and that I am using as a label. So instead of this New York and all, I will be using pi percentage. Now main is equal to the title. Okay, color, what I want is rainbow, like multiple color I want. So it is rainbow function I'll have to use. And how many colors in rainbow? So from, it is length of x. So if I have 4 cities, then it is 4. Okay, so 4 color it will allocate. And the radius is a 0.5. And then naturally I have just written percentage over here. So what each percentage indicate? So I'll have to have the legend. Okay, so legend I want to display over here. Say top right. This is top right. This is top left. This is bottom right. This is bottom left. So for example, over here I want to display the legend. Legend means that you will see once I'll run it. So then labels, I want in the legend. Legend I want labels. Okay, and CEX, that is how much is the width of that legend, and fill with the color. So this way, if I create the pie chart, then I'll get somewhat like this. But see, this is little not readable. Okay, so you can zoom it. Okay, and still if you find, then you can like change this CEX. Okay, instead of 0.3, you can take 0.5. So that way you can increase the size. Fine. So now this one is increased. So you need to check it. Okay, but when I'll do it over here, the spacing will be different. And if I'll store it in the data file, then it will be different. Now, if now I want to work this, okay, with that file which we have created, input.csv जो है, अभी उसके साथ हम कैसे pie chart करेंगे? Okay, so for that, what I'll have to do is first I need to read the file. Okay, I need to read the file to draw this pie chart. Then I will have to say I am aggregating. So I am finding sum of the salary. Okay, so here I am, what I'm doing is my data salary. So this is my X salary, because that is the numeric one, है ना, EMP में. तो salary पे मुझे pie chart बनाना है. Okay, and list equal to डिपार्टमेंट. ओके, सो डिपार्टमेंट का सैलरी कितना? सो हर एक डिपार्टमेंट की सैलरी का सम. ओके, सो लाइक से आईटी डिपार्टमेंट, तो आईटी डिपार्टमेंट अर्निंग हाउ मच? Okay, the data, yeah, is there. Okay, so IT department, so 26,000 plus 36,000 plus 57. So that is the sum. Okay, same way for operations, how much is the sum? So here I have given sum. So function is equal to sum. So I want to find the function can be what? Aggregate can be either sum, it can be minimum, it can be maximum, it can be mean. So what, on whatever base you want to find out. So I want to find mean of IT department or minimum of IT department. Then also I can show it in the pie chart. So I'm taking department versus salary. Okay, and aggregating with the sum. And then I'll print the data to verify it. And then ultimately I'll print, I'll find out the percentage and print 5%. Then what I'll be doing, वो चार्ट जो है वो मैं स्टोर करना है मुझे. So I will give the file name as py.csv.png. तो एक png फाइल में मैं स्टोर करती हूँ. png is the function. I can make jpg also, I can make png also. The png is the function. Even though I want to make jpg, I will have to use png. And then py, okay, py function. So here is the data sum, then py%, then this is the title, department salary, then this color I am selecting and radius I am giving, and legend also I am, and then with device.off, the file will be printed over there. So I am just giving you this code. This is like how I have related. First, I will explain simple pie chart. Okay, and then I have related it with your CSV file. And then I have, instead of displaying over here, I have sent it to the other file. So all the things I have tried to explain to you. It took me some time to adjust all this code, but I thought let me give you the complete one so that it will work with some project, then you should be able to do it. I'm not able to print it. Let me take it once again. Okay. So I think the first one I have already given, no? Pie chart ka. And this is with the Excel file I am giving you now. This is with the Excel, how to open it with the CSV file. And I'm not able to print it. Yeah, it is pasted. Okay, and now if I'll run, so you just run it and check it. So you will get one file as this, that is PNG file. Okay, and your data will be, your file name will be py_csv.png. As I have not shared the entire, let me share the entire screen with you so that I think you must be getting, because it will keep on switching and now not so much of time left out. So please run it and tell me whether you are getting the file created in the folder or not. If you want me to show, then I'll open that file and run it. Yeah, I think now you can see my entire screen. Yes. So see it over here. This output file is also created, and this is py CSV. Okay, it is at 26:4:22 and 1:07. So just now it has been created, right? So this is the file, and here is all that finance, HR, IT, and operation. I hope this is clear. Many more things are there. I don't know how much I can take it. Okay, so same way I have repeated the process, but instead of finding the sum, I have found the mean. Okay, mean find out करके भी मैंने वो पूरा फिर से okay, I have done it with mean. So instead of finding sum, I have found the mean of the department. Okay, and that I have stored in py CSV mean file. Open this py CSV mean. So see here, sum में drastic change था, जबकि मीन में इतना चेंज नहीं है बिकॉज इट इज एवरेज ऑफ all the department. Okay, this is like with the sum. Okay, in sum it was different. Okay, and this is mean. Okay, one side it is sum and other side is mean. So that is it. So you can find any other function also, minimum, maximum. Now coming to bar chart. Let me explain you quickly. So same way like columns, we have created one vector with numbers and another vectors with say month. So for this month, how much cell has occurred, can consider that way. Okay, so two vectors are there and we are plotting the bar chart. Okay, so here we are taking vector h, then this is names. So names dot argument is equal to m. So on x-axis we'll get all that name. Okay, and then we'll get x label as month and y label as revenue. So how is generated for that particular month. Okay, and color we have kept as blue and title is main is equal to revenue chart and border is red. Okay, so that way we are now creating. It is actually very vast, like learning this will take time, but still I try my best as much as possible. Okay, so now we can see the file. Is okay, save to the file. So we can check it over here, like bar chart. Yeah, this one. So this way we can see the bar chart. Then we have used with the data. Okay, अभी मैंने बार चार्ट फिर से वो पूरा एक्सेल फाइल input.csv के साथ लिया है ना. So you'll come to how to do it. Okay, so bar plot. If I'll run this much. And the file name is bar.csv.png. Okay, so I'll again go there and check that. So it is, yeah, here bar.csv.png, right? So blue color bar and red border, and this is salary and this is department. So this way I can get it. So same way I have tried for the other one also, line chart and all. Okay, and then I kept ready with some like linear equation, and then I thought if I'll get the time, then we'll do it. Then a priori algorithm, then naive-Bayes classification. So many more things I've kept ready, but then I think due to time constraint, it may not be possible. So I'll send everything, all these three content to Liji ma'am by mail so that everyone can get it. Is it fine, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Yeah, because it's not possible now to take everything.
Yeah, no. Towards the end, when you were rushing up, to actually it was difficult to catch up.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
So what my motto is, whatever you do it properly. Otherwise, don't do.
No, we will. Now we will refer our YouTube link and then we will learn it.
Yeah. Okay.
See, Rashmi also has written that. That's the only option. But you have taught us in a very, mild way so that everybody can learn. Yes. See, Rohit has also.
Thank
These
you
all
so
are
much.
very.
Towards the end, I was to rush little faster because मुझे था कि like I was to show you that this many have prepared for you, but then because of time constraint I can't.
Yes. No, ma'am. It was a nice session, no doubt at all. So I request the host to proceed ahead now. Yeah, Rashmi has written. So because Rashmi was not knowing anything about R, and if she can learn, so anybody can learn. She is our very active participant. Rashmi, Rohit, and everybody. Although
No,
we don't know each other, but yeah.
and I like that in the beginning, like Rasmi ma'am has said, like I'm not getting it copied and what to do. So, like since beginning, we would find out.
Yes. So, Disha or Tushar sir, you can proceed now. Any more questions? I think you have answered all the questions during the session itself. So
Yeah.
I don't think now any questions are there. So now let's see.
Still, if
Host
any question is there,
professor.
then it's
Yeah.
fine, ma'am. No
Yes,
problem.
yes. Anybody has got any questions? People, you can talk now. No, I don't think so because you solved it at the same time. A lot of compliments to you in the chat now. That's very nice. Suman, can we
So,
go ahead then with the program?
yeah, yes. So I request Suman ma'am to please propose the vote of thanks to Veena ma'am. So hi Veena ma'am, this is Disha here. Just I'll take 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can show your face, Disha.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I am facing some issues in the camera. Just wait. I think I'll log out and log in again. But
I think
so,
Sela
ma'am,
is.
yeah, I teach in SY. I teach cost practical. So little bit of our, yeah, but yeah, you have taught from beginners level, ma'am. That was the best thing. That was the best thing. Yes. Yes, Suman, ma'am. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, a very good afternoon to one and all. I, Assistant Professor Suman Upadhyay, on behalf of Bansangha's SM Shetty College of Science, Commerce and Management Studies, express my sincere gratitude to the resource person, Professor Beena Kapadia, for this wonderful session on art tool and programming. Ma'am, you explained so nicely each and everything. The session was really very enriching and resourceful and explained in a very radiant manner, making it easy for each one of us to understand, and also imparted knowledge practically. And I'm sure participants who had little knowledge, definitely their programming skills have improvised. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again. Sincere thanks to our management, Principal Dr. Sridhar Shetty, Vice Principals for their guidance and support from time to time. I also express my sincere thanks to Dr. Tushar Sambare and Disha ma'am and the technical team for providing the necessary technical support required for organizing the event. Last but not the least, our enthusiastic participants. Thank you, dear participants, for joining us for joining this session and making this session lively with your queries and feedback. We look forward to meet you again in the next session too. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.